And hello and welcome back to the Winning Post, and this is our second weekend of racing from the Pune 2022 season. Joining me is Anit, Casyab, who is in Pune right now, and so he's the man on the ground. Anit, it's been a pretty wet morning from some of the clips I've been getting.
Yes, it has, Mohit, indeed. In fact, I got in from Bombay just last evening and it was a heavy downpour when I got into Pune. And this morning it has been a wet morning. We've had a slight drizzle. Nice breeze was blowing across the turf when I was at track this morning. But it stopped raining at the moment. But yes, it was indeed a wet morning.
Alright, it is the monsoon, so do remember when you are placing your bets tomorrow, this is Friday morning out here when we're recording this, so when you are placing your bets tomorrow, do take into consideration that there are horses for courses and there are those who will be mudlarks and those who will prefer the softer going. Having said that, let's get started. Just one race day this weekend, 8 races, an exciting race card. We begin with a Class 5 race. That's over 9 furlongs, so should be fun to watch. Fitness likely to play a big role here, and Power of Thor has had 6 pieces of work coming into this one. He's run an astonishing 81 times, kind of soldier that every trainer wants in his stable. He ran second in January this year at a rating that's higher than he is at today, and he won in Class 4 2 earlier. Like him, Brazos is another 9-year-old. It's like almost a contest between the 9-year-olds and 4-year-olds. He's a 9-year-old, both are long in the teeth, but he's well placed as well on the scale, comes in with a shot. From the younger lot, So Special is potentially unexposed, just 2 outings, but she still has to run true to her name. And with the suggestive jockey booking, she just may shed her maiden status. I'm still going to go with Fitness, Power of Thor, Brazos, and So Special. Anit?
Absolutely, Mohit. But, after studying whatever I did, I think So Special has matured and she's working really well. And with Sandesh on board, and over 9 furlongs, I think is the one to beat. And Brazos does come in with a chance, a 9-year-old, old teeth, has been knocking on the doors, had some impressive runs, but unfortunate most of the times. So according to me, in this field of 6 runners, I think it's So Special for me first and Brazos second.
Alright, now race number 2. Most of these haven't run up against each other before, so it's hard to separate them. Couple the trio trained by Hormozan and I'd give Susing the first run. He's got the claimer who's already had a winner last weekend, but do follow the money here. It's important. Tomorrow when you're placing your bets, do follow the money. The market will tell you a lot of interesting stories. This one's the ones with some kind of form here are the maidens, Marine Girl and Silver Step. I'm gonna go with Susing. Remember, Susing ran 1 race only, and the second last time out when it did run last in Bombay, if I'm not mistaken, was a very impressive second. Susing, Marine Girl, Silver Step for me.
Mohit, I would take Silver Steps, 5 kilos off, decent third in Mumbai, then was withdrawn after that. If it's a buzzer, I think it's whether it's going to be in the betting, I think it's the one to catch. Next for me would be Fidato with A Sandesh, been tracking well, good hands on board, and Marine Girl, NS Parma, decent third in a maiden race to Moselle in Mumbai, and working well again. So for me, it'll be Silver Steps first, Fidato second, and Marine Girl third.
Alright, race number 3 is an extremely competitive race with many in the hunt. Botero is holding Arbella relatively comfortably, and Ladida works out well at the low mark and is one that's been knocking on the door. Own Voice ran second in Hyderabad in the 1000 guineas, but what does that mean really? It's hard to compare that form, and just may not be good enough for Arbella Class 3 horses here in Western India. Exemplify has won twice in Chennai, and this is a lot more difficult. I'm going to go Botero, Arbella, Exemplify.
I would go with Botero as well. Mohit with Pete Travers seems outstanding to me over this trip. And then Ladida with NS Parma, decent second in Bangalore recently, has got the form. So that should come in next, followed there by Arbella.
Alright, straight away to race number 4. It's a Class 5 Scurry, 5 furlongs and 6 furlongs. It's Class 5 Scurry, and Sailor Moore has had a race last week. While a week isn't enough to really make a significant difference to fitness, there will be some match fitness, so I'm going to stick with Sailor Moore for me.
according to me, Mohit, in the fourth race, the horse that really catches my eye is number 2, Cognosco, with A Sandesh. Again, he has chosen to ride this and is working extremely well. Next would be Sailor More for me, because obviously second last week, just got beat, benefit of a run, followed there by Nusrat, been ridden by K. Nazal, decent fourth behind Anushka on the first day of racing in Pune. So for me, Cognosco, Sailor More and Nusrat.
All right, race 5. Now that's it's a very interesting August handicap this year, and I really enjoyed when the good 3-year-olds are coming out and taking each other on. It really separates the good ones from those who were potentially good and those who have summered well. It's very exciting. I really enjoy these races, and the Poonawalla Silks, in my mind, should dominate this race. Emperor Roderick has beaten 2 very smart thoroughbreds in Daksa and Snowfall, and in my mind, I know there will be some who oppose me, but for me, this is one that will win. For me, Emperor Roderick, Moselle, and Stunning Visual.
I would oppose to that, Mohit. I think Moselle for me first. Moselle's been ridden by T.S. Jodha, worked very well, won its last outing in Mumbai, beating horses like Montgomery and Mojo. Roderick O'Connor out of Equine Lover. Well bred. For me, Moselle, I've been tracking this horse from Bombay, so I'll go with Moselle. And Emperor Roderick, absolutely. I mean, there's no two ways. Well bred again. Has to be fit, depends on that. Not too sure on the work. Outridden by PS and well bred again. So second for Emperor Roderick for me. And Galway Bay is something that you would need to watch out for. Come from Hyderabad. Form was not that hot. Just about won in Hyderabad recently. So we got to wait and watch as to what Galway Bay has in store for us. So for me, it'll be Moselle first, Emperor Roderick second, and Galway Bay third.
Okay, very good. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. I'm gonna a dinner bet, Anit, when I'm next in Pune. All right,
Done
deal.
This one. Done deal.
All right, race number 6. The Eve Champion Trophy was a marquee event at one point in Pune. It was extremely exciting. You had some of the top horses running. It did lose its sheen midway, in the last decade or so. But Savari Poonawalla sponsorship will undoubtedly help this race regain some of that lost sheen. In my mind, it's a one-horse race. A Star Is Born is on form today. On today's form is ahead of this pack. This one's going to provide Cyrus Poonawalla a double, according to me.
Absolutely. I think there is nothing there apart from A Star Is Born. All eyes on A Star Is Born. Been ridden by champion jockey Suraj Naredu. Gets on him again, and in this set seems outstanding to me. I think, according to me, is the day's best. And followed there by Temur, who's been ridden by Bhavani Singh. Had a decent outing in Bangalore recently. Come out and won. With that form, would follow A Star Is Born, but way behind. That's for sure.
Just hope that some of the punters get a decent enough price to put some money on this one. All right, race number 7. Like Cyrus Poonawalla, famous owner Dr. Meli Nazir could have a double here if Luminosity can convert his last outing second to a victory. The claim will certainly help him do that, and considering that he ran second in his only start in Bombay after a layoff, would suggest that he's a horse that goes well when he's fresh. Naturally has a clean blow, obviously, if he's able to do that. So for me, you know what? 2 doubles for the day. Cyrus Poonawalla and Meli Nazir. Luminosity it is for me.
For me, I think, Sandman has had a decent share of problems in Bombay. Not that good workout recently, and looking that good as well, but surely beaten can be there, and is running with horses which I would say, Sandman stands a better chance, according to me. Followed there by Chancellor. A Sandesh has been extremely consistent all the way. So Chancellor comes second for me, followed there by Anushka, who's just recently come out and won in Pune. So for me, it'll be Sandman first, Chancellor second, and Anushka third.
All right, our last race of the day, and we've got Dali Swirl, who I had tipped last weekend. Just got beat. got the 3.5 kilos off his back this weekend. I'm going to go with him. I think it's a much more difficult race. I think we've got a number of contenders here. Narakamichi, Lord and Master. You know, I think you've got Flashing Famous, who's also in this. Brave Beauty has worked extraordinarily well. It's a very open race, but you know what? You have to pick one. I'm going with the one that's had the run and the one that I selected last week. There must have been some madness to my method when I did that, so I'm sticking with that.
And I would stick with you as well, Mohit, on this one. Dali Swirl, it is for me with A. Prakash. Ran a decent second to a good horse, Arabian Phoenix, last time out. 3.5 kilos off his back, I think is going to be a tough one to beat. Followed there by Lord and Master, well-bred, winner of a race, and seems to be one of those, late maturing horses. And then, yes, Nara Kamichi, claims 5 kilos, ran second in a decent field in Mumbai. So that's a good place prospect for me. That is Nara Kamichi. So the top three for me will be Dali Swirl, Lord and Master, and Nara Kamichi.
Fantastic. And that brings us to the conclusion of this race report. It's 8 races. Pune is always lovely. So if you're planning to travel up, drive safely. Remember, bet responsibly. Equally important. And Anit, thank you for joining me, and you're going to be on ground. Hope you enjoy the day. And for all of you at home, good luck. May the horse be with you.